Good evening, Ranger fans. Welcome to the Man Advantage podcast. This is your host, Jamie. We're here. We're going to live stream the 2022 NHL draft. Uh, just came on a little bit early, talk about a few things that has happened already. The big news is that Alex DeBrincat has been traded from Chicago to Ottawa for three picks, and it looks like the picks were 739 and a 2024, I think, third round pick. Ranger news looks like the Rangers traded Alexander Georgiev to Colorado for three picks. I really like the move. No one expected him to come back to New York, so to get anything of value at this point, will they get a third and two fifths, or um, yeah, a third this year, a fifth this year, and then a fifth next year. So I mean, that's pretty good value for someone that wasn't going to be on the team and kind of new. Uh, so Drury did a good little bit of business there. So, and it looks like, according to, I think it was McKenzie, looks like Marc Andre Fleury is close to a 2-year deal in Minnesota, so he'd be going back there. So, there's still a lot of balls in the air here, a lot of potential trades, guys available, with the news that um, um, to brink at relatively underwhelming return for a guy that's got two 40-goal seasons before 25. So, and I get that, he's got one more year on his contract, but he's still under RFA status. So at worst, he's going to be on that team another 2 years. Um, so I guess maybe Chicago wanted to sell early in case they couldn't fit him under the cap. I don't really believe that because I think they're in sell mode. I think they could have gotten some more for him, but if you're Kane, how do you think Seth Jones feels? I mean, he's just signed like an 8-year contract or whatever that ridiculous contract was. So, well, they went from being to try to go be a contender last year, made all those moves with Flurry and made all those trades, getting Seth Jones, and they brought in who else did they bring in? They brought in a couple guys. The guy from Tampa, whose name is escaping me. Tyler Johnson, he never played. I mean, it was just like a bad, and then the whole situation with the GM losing his job, they fired their coach, so they're doing a hard reset there, and uh, so I guess Seth Jones is going to have to go through another rebuild. I mean, that's all there is to it. He's got no choice because you really can't move that contract. Um, Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves, I guess they will be asking for trades. You would assume, maybe at the deadline. So, but it's going to be exciting. There's a lot of speculation with the move for Montreal, what they're going to do at number one. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't do a ton of studying this year on the draft, knowing that the Rangers weren't going to be picking near the top. Um, but it's a good event for the NHL, and it's exciting, and hopefully there's some moves. And I see in the background in Montreal, I see Brennan Othman. I see a Brennan Othman jersey on the NHL Network. He's on the floor, so that's kind of cool. So you can probably take his name out of any trades, hopefully. Um, but we shall see. I suppose we'll see some moves here. Oh, Chris Letang signed 6 more years in Pittsburgh. I didn't see any terms on that yet, so we will see what that's all about as far as the contract goes. Um, let's see what they're saying here. All right, so Isaac Howard, this guy just showed up. He looking like Elton John with the glasses there. All right, you get him, kid. In a perfect world, I would love to see the Rangers somehow trade into the first round, and in the end of the first round, and guy I really like. Um, oh God, his name is totally escaping me. Um, it'll come to me. Um, there's a lot of good players available, though. I mean, with the whole Russian factor, you don't know anything about like what's going on over there. Will these kids fall? The Devils pick is supposedly in play. The Senators are maybe going after Chikrin. I've also heard that it was reported that Columbus might be involved with one of their two draft picks. This is the first time since 2019 that there's been an NHL draft where people have been on the floor, and with 2020 it was remote. Remember, it was in October of 2020. It was done remotely with Zoom and all that, and then same thing last year, I believe. So this is the first time all these GMs have been together. They're down on the floor, and I'm looking at EJ Raddick right now, and what's it, 6:42. So we still have 18 minutes till it gets started. And you can see that some of the prospects I put up there, and it should be interesting. Canadians first, Devils second, the Coyotes third. Um, Elliot Friedman just tweeted out that uh, the GM Pierre Dorian is trying to add a defenseman who can play the right side. Um, Nils Lundqvist? I don't know. We shall see. The Rangers have a lot of balls in the air. There's been a lot of rumors about JT Miller. Now, if I'm just going by the DeBrincat trade, the seventh, um, a second round pick basically, and a third round pick. If that Lundqvist, a first, and Gauthier, I don't know. I mean, I'm just spitballing here. Kravtsov, I don't know. The only thing is, like, if you're going to trade for JT Miller, you kind of want to keep Heedle, I guess, because I, Miller would be an upgrade for sure. But then who's playing third line center? So you don't want to rob your depth with almost a lateral move. Same thing with right wing. You don't want to like just delete all your right wing power and having all these guys, and all of a sudden you don't have enough guys. So the Rangers' strength is their defense. You got to trade your defense. Um, so we'll see. So I just saw on NHL Network they said that Seth Jones' name is out there. I mean, I don't know who in their right mind would want to take on that contract. I mean, Seth Jones is, and I get the analytic crowd doesn't really like him. That's a big contract. That's a big number. That's a lot of term. Um, wow. So now we have the draft tonight, and then we have rounds 2 through 7. I'm sorry, we have the first round tonight, and then rounds 2 through 7 are tomorrow, and then we go into free agency. So there's going to be a lot of movement over the next week or so, and then there's prospect training camps. I know the Rangers have theirs, and that's coming up. So um, we shall see. This will be fun. Um, Someone just said 5.5 over under. He said 5.5 for trades tonight. A lot of Tyler Myers, and JT Miller talk is what they're saying. Apparently, they hmm, Devils are in on Miller on the Islanders, so the metropolitan area, the whole. Oh God, I just and apparently, Vancouver made JT Miller a 6-year offer. Caps are in. They- They're calling the Rangers the front runners because I want to make something happen. Oh, the only thing is, like, I love Miller. I mean, I think he's a good player. I know he had his issues when he was here. The guy's grown up. I mean, that happens when you're 22, 23, and now you're 28, 29. Like, you grow up. Um, you know, um, it would stink to overpay for this guy just to get him for 1 year. That would kind of stink. So, Darcy Kemper, by the way, is Gonzo. Hence the Georgiev. Looks like they probably have a contract in place there for. I mean, Colorado knows that they moved on Georgiev to grab him, and so Kemper priced himself out. They don't have enough money there because they're going to probably lose Kadri, and they have Nishushkin and a couple other guys that are probably going to need pay raises. So we shall see. Um, Georgie will have his opportunity. He wasn't a good backup because I think he's the kind of guy that needs to play. He just needs to play, and the more he plays, the better he is. I think he got a lot of hate from the New York fans. I mean, I think he'd be serviceable. I mean, especially, could he be as good as Kemper? Why not? You know, and Kemper was a guy seemed like he was always hurt. Georgie is had he's young, like 25. So, we'll see. And I wish him nothing but the best. He was a good Ranger, and he punched out D'Angelo, so that was funny. Um, they're talking about Toronto Maple Leafs right now. Go figure. I think that this is a pressure pack. I mean, who was going to be their goalie when the whole Mrazek? That was a terrible contract. Jack Campbell needs a raise. He's probably not coming back. You've been hearing a lot of smoke around him in Edmonton, which they're going to long term injury reserve LTIR Mike Smith, who is probably in a wheelchair at this point because he's 41. Um, let's see who else. Boy, that kid looks really young. Geez, some of these kids look so young. Hope everybody had a good fourth, right? Everybody have a good fourth. I mean, surprised there's not more fans there. I mean, the building looks kind of empty. I mean, it used to be, especially in Montreal. I mean, all they do is talk hockey. But who's watching me out there? Can you comment? Ah, Drew Way, who I follow on Twitter. I just talked about Pierre Dorian needing somebody playing the right side, and he says Patrick Nemeth can play the right side. That's so great. Um, that's awesome. Yeah, this should be good. This should, the NHL draft is always fun. No, it would be fun if the Rangers had a pick in the first round, but we don't. So, and I'm gonna have my son. He's gonna send out some draft profile videos. So as soon as we can get that, we'll put them on YouTube. So that should be good. It's interesting because these kids here missed a whole year of development. So you know, I guess we'll see. I mean, I guess we'll see. Apparently, Pierre Maguire is working on the Sportsnet broadcast. Thank God. I'm sorry. I misspoke earlier. It was two-thirds and a fifth. Uh, wait a minute. Yes. Wonder if the Devils trade that pick. Oh, they probably won't. Now Saravelli just tweeted out that it looks like the Wild have extended Fleury 2 years, $7 million deal. That's a good little piece of business for um, the Wild. Yep, 3.5 million AAV, and then have Cam. It's a good duo. Minnesota's good. They had to sell off Fiala. They got a pick and a really good prospect. So they did well there. They're just in this, with the buyouts they had last year with the Suter and Parisi. Boy, this year they're maybe have like 12 million in dead cap space, which is terrible. They could have kept Fiala. They could have really added, but they it was time for a change. So we'll see. And everybody's tweeting this out about NHL Network just said it. Let's see what happens here. Gordon's pretty good at running, secrets and stuff to keep their picks. I mean, the whole Lafreniere thing was like they knew they were going to pick him, and I remember seeing like behind the scenes video where they were like, "Oh, we kept it pretty secret," and so Jackie just said, I can't even pronounce his name. I got to change the channel here. Hold on. They're saying sold out house, but it looked like there's about 15 people in the stands. Here we go. NHL draft starts now. A couple Ranger fans in the stand. Slatkovsky. He looks like a player. Logan Cooley, Matthew Savoy, Cutter Gauthier. So on the ESPN, you got Boucher, Buchagross, Megan Chaika, and Kevin Weeks. Good crew. The Brinket. What a steal that trade was. But I don't think he's going to be there past 2 years. I just don't, unless, I mean, they can convince him. Um, yeah, Kevin Weeks just said they didn't get enough. You know what? He's an American kid, the Brinket. Is it Michigan native? It's going to be tough to have him stay there. I mean, I know Brady Kachuk there. We shall see, though. I mean, you're looking at 9 million for him in 2 years. 40 goal scorer. If he puts up 40 goals in the next 2 years, I mean, he's going to get 9 million. Oh, Emily Kaplan's on the floor. Frank Nazar, the name I like. Here, check defenseman. Oh, it looks like there's a lot more people in the stands all of a sudden. Wow. Everybody thinks Shane Wright's going first, but it'd be nice to see Montreal screw it all up and like go with Logan Cooley. They also have been hearing on Twitter that apparently there's a little smoke between Philadelphia and Tony D'Angelo. It seemed like Tony's a South Jersey guy and always been a Flyer fan, so it makes sense. But he's gonna want to get paid. I mean, we shall see. They just took a commercial. Let's see what they're saying on Twitter. Full no move plus and no signing bonus for Flurry. Hmm. David Pagnotta reports some activity from the draft floor around the Islanders. They have 13 in play, the 13th pick in play. Curious if that could be in the mix if they finalize something. I hate commercials. I really do. Is that Gary watching me? I forgot to put the comments on. I don't know how to do that right. Oh yeah, here we go. Leave a comment, whoever's watching. Just say, hey, it's Jamie, or it's, whoever it is. So I know who I'm talking to. All right, it's back on. Apparently, the Islanders and JT Miller are a possibility. Elliot Friedman. Ooh. Oh, Batman's on the stage. Hold on. He's gonna get booed. No, he said it in French. Good for him. Why are the Islanders jersey up there? There's a guy standing to his right with a Canadiens jersey wearing a number 10. I'm assuming that's for Guy Lafleur. Then there's a one. It's probably for Mike Bossy. They're probably gonna say something. Ah! Bettman's trolling Montreal fans. Yeah, Brian Marchment passed away. Having a moment of silence. I think they're saying Boo Etman. So right now, Martin Lafleur is speaking. He's the son of Guy Lafleur. Boy, he's got his dad's hairline. He's bald already. Lots of smoke around JT Miller and the Islanders. So we shall see. This is Mike Bossy's daughter, Tanya Bossy. She's speaking in French. I have no idea what she's saying. So all right, that should be all the. And now Batman's back, and they're booing him again. They just introduced Marty St. Louis. Of course, they were booing Batman, and now they cheer. Here comes Marty, looking very dapper as usual. Getting some people are standing up and cheering. Jeez, Marty's hair is really gray. Now the fans are serenading him. He just keeps saying thank you. He just said something in French. Basically, he just said that it took him 47 years to get to a draft because he was an undrafted player, and that the energy in the over the last 2 days has been amazing. Marty just says because he was undrafted, he just says even if you don't get drafted, don't give up. Good for him. Got 3 people watching. Whoever else, leave a comment so I know who I'm talking to. It'd be great to so I have a name. I can say hey, whatever. Maybe one of them's Jordan. Just a educated guess there. Sean Avery just tweeted out, "Can we start the draft now?" Josh Manson, they just tweeted out. Of course, Colorado would like to keep him, but I think he hits free agency. They can't keep everybody. They got McKinnon after next season, so UFA, I believe. So, you know, he's gonna get the bag. I don't know how much, but it's gonna be a lot. He's gonna be 6 million, that's for sure. So here we go. Okay, so Elliot Freeman says, as we wait for the first pick, not sure of all the particulars, but believe something is up with Vancouver and New York Islanders. I mean, if he goes to the Islanders, fine, because they ain't going anywhere. They're an old team. I mean, so whatever. And they got a new coach going in there. He wouldn't stay long term with you. How could they afford him? How? They'd have to move some salary around. How about Nick Bukestad for fourth line center? So Freeman's usually pretty good. Uh, you know, he's out of all the NHL guys, him and Weeks probably have the best sources. Sarah Valley's great too. So we'll see. Um, he's in the know, but something's going on. A lot of noise on Slafowski. Looks like he's going first. Bob McKenzie just tweeted out that's what's going to be the first pick now. JT Miller to the Islanders. Huh? We'll love to see. So they have to give the 13th pick up. It has to be, right? They would have to do that, and then maybe a defenseman, a young forward, Bovillier. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. What if they're trying to move out Tyler Myers? Maybe they would want a young defenseman, Noah Dobson. I don't think they could get Dobson in a first. Ooh. If the Islanders traded Dobson and their first round pick, yeah, I would be laughing. Rasmus Dahlin. They're showing all these former first rounders. Jack Hughes, Lafreniere, Owen Power. Doug Wickenheiser. Let's see what they say. All right, so the Montreal dudes are walking up to the stage podium. Let me turn this up a little bit so I can hear. I mean, one or two. I mean, but this, I don't know. Here we go. Jeff Gordon up there? Yeah, there he is, right in the middle. That was nice. They just congratulated the Avalanche and they gave their condolences to the um, Marchman family after the sudden passing. 53. Wow, they took Slavkovsky. Finnish kid. Yeah, Slovakian. I'm sorry, I didn't mean Finland. Sorry. So the Devils are on the clock. Toronto should trade Dubas and Shanahan for some hockey tape and a bag of Fritos for giving up an elite player named Kadri. Yeah, that was a bad trade. Tyson Barry, right? It was Tyson Barry. They still have Kerfoot, but yeah. But you know what? Kadri's going to be, yeah. I mean, listen, they got a Stanley Cup out of, they got a cup out of Kadri. So even if they don't resign him, it's a great trade. But Sakic's a good GM. He's got a he got a king's ransom in when he traded Duchesne. I mean, that was like an amazing trade. Sam Gerard, who didn't even play. Sam Gerard, great player. So apparently, Slavkovsky, holy cow, he's big. Six 6'3", 218 pounds. He's a big kid. Obviously, he's going to get bigger, but he's a big boy. Size. All right. Well, there we go. Montreal's had a lot of problems with it. I mean, Cole Caulfield, of course, he's going to be fine. But if you look at like the last, like McDonough was a first round pick, never played for them. Um, they traded like Sergachev got traded, and they got Jonathan Duran. Awful move, terrible move. Um, who else did they get? Kakaniemi, he's gone. That was 4 years ago. Um, who else? I'm just trying to do this off the top of my head. I have to look up their first round picks, but I know a lot of them haven't even like hung around. Um, so we shall see. Yeah, this dude's big. Look at Jeff Gordon. The mom is crying. I'm assuming that's his mom, his dad. Mom's crying. That's nice. Good for him. You always want to see these kids do well. All right, so let's see what the Devils do. They're on the clock here. Uh, see what's shaking. Apparently, they're saying that he's just a physical guy. That 5 minutes ago. He said, "Well, when did you make this decision?" Montreal, they're rebuilding, but they got a good guy at the helm. Um, Gordon unceremoniously fired from the Rangers. He didn't deserve it. He made a lot of good moves, which kind of stinks, but he got fired. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just looking to see if anything's up on Twitter. Okay, got the number one pick. 6'3", 218 pounds, 10 points in 31 games. Represented Slovakia at the World Juniors the last 2 years. 2022 World Champ. Oh, he's speaking English. Apparently, they're thinking maybe the Devils will trade back. Um, you know, um, they don't need a center. I mean, maybe they take a defenseman. Simon Nemec. What is this? It's funny. Stat Boy Steven just tweeted out. It says Jeff Gordon loves TPS players. Tarmo Runanen, Patrick Verda, Lori Paginiemi, Capo Caco, and Slavkovsky. Yeah, I was thinking to go defense. The Devils here. I would like that. Yeah, I've been hearing about Shane Wright forever. Look, the so-called experts are saying that the Devils are going to go defense here. They're not going to go for best player available because they don't really need centers. They need defensemen. So I mean, it wouldn't be. Oof. In a perfect world, they'd like to trade down to 4. They'd like to trade with Seattle, or but here come the Devils. So we'll let's see. Let's see. I think the Devils go defense here. Where's Brodeur? Let him announce like he did Jack Hughes at Bum. Where's Fatso? Where is Fatso? Bring out Fatso. Let him talk. I hate that. Oh, there he is. Uncle Daddy. There's probably like 4 people at the draft party. Oh, they're gonna let her make the choice. Good for her. First, Dell's assistant GM, woman. Yeah, but they went defense, just like we said. Wow. So Slovaks go 1-2 in the draft. Good for them. 6 foot, 190 pounds. Played in the top men's league. Played in the top pro league in Slovakia. So good for him. Shane Wright falls. All right, so we got Arizona, Seattle, and Philly. Let's just hope he doesn't go to like Philly. You know, all right, let's see what's going on here. A lot of people online are like Rangers should trade for Shane Wright. Yeah, so a lot of people are yelling that the Devils passed on Wright because you should always take the best player available. Why couldn't they take him and then trade him? Maybe get like another draft pick. Maybe Ty Smith's time in New Jersey is over. There goes my. A lot of people are saying there goes my mock draft. All right, so Arizona and Seattle are on the clock. Looks like I mean Arizona has to go Shane right here. I mean, I would think, and then Logan Cooley to Seattle, and then then it's kind of up in the air. Um, it's really one of those drafts that there was no clear cut. Oh, he just said he's excited to play with everybody. Shane Wright, man, the consensus number one pick for 2 years, and he's not even picked in the top two. This is probably him saying. Shane Wright, it's got to go. I mean, they're talking about this guy being like not a stud number one center, but like top center. And I hate to compare somebody when they're 18 to Patrice Bergeron, but that's sort of the Jonathan Taves or Patrice Bergeron. So he's the best player in the draft. Yeah, you got to take right here. All right, come on, Bettman. Stop having a conversation with all these guys. 7:45, and you're chit chatting. Come on, they're up there chit chatting. They're going through the whole litany of thanking people, offering condolences, congratulating people. They took Logan Cooley over Shane Wright. I mean, what is wrong with these guys? Well, I can imagine he's going to Seattle now. They do love their U.S. NTDP players because they got Clayton Keller. He's still on the team. 5'10", 175 pounds from Pittsburgh, PA. And I always feel bad. Like these guys, I remember watching him in the U18s this year, and boy, he's got some talent. But they always get lost out in Arizona. They play late games. They always stink. And, like Keller had a pretty good year last year before he got hurt. Well, we'll see. I mean, the Rangers should just bounce in there and trade up and grab this guy for the 4th overall pick. I know a lot of people like Arizona's jerseys. I hate them. I think they're ugly. There's just too much going on. The colors don't. I don't know. All right, so wow, this has been bizarre. Third overall, Logan Cooley, and he's going to Minnesota in the fall. I think that's the Golden Gophers, if I'm not mistaken. So good for him. All right, so Minnesota, not Minnesota. I'm sorry. Seattle's in the clock. Then we got the um, Philly, and then we have Columbus. A trade. Here we go. Two trades to announce. Place is going nuts. Oh, the Canadians traded twice? Wow. Romanov and 27 to the Islanders for pick 13. What? The Canadians got Kirby Doc for 13 and 66. So Montreal going nuts. Holy moly. Well, that's something. I just got to look at this again and sort of take it all in. But holy moly, Romanoff to the Islanders. So I think they're going to be making another move here. Freeman. Okay. No, wait. They traded 13 for Romanoff 27. I gotta see who this was again. They made two trades. Shane Wright is going to be going to. Shane Wright is going to Seattle. So they got Doc. Okay, they send Alexander Romanoff in number 98. Are you watch? Romanoff in 98 to the Islanders for 13. And then they traded the. Hold on. Then they trade 13, the pick they got from the Islanders, and 66 to Chicago for Kirby Doc. Oh man! So Romanoff, oh my gosh! Someone just tweeted out and said the Rangers are killing this draft because they're not involved. Romanoff is a player I feel like I've always liked. And I guess I don't like him in the. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, a lot of people aren't liking the trade for Doc. It's a lot. Um, they take Shane right here, guaranteed. Way to go, Ron. Just get up there and tell him the guy. No condolences. No nothing. Just get up there and say, Shane Wright, come on down. I mean, Matty Bernier's and Shane Wright. I mean, come on. Seattle wins. Seattle wins. Good. And you know what? He's way the hell out west. The West stink. I'll never have to worry about Shane Wright. I won't have to worry about him in Philly. I won't have to worry about him in New Jersey, Columbus. I mean, they just got Matty Beniers and Shane Wright. And you know what? I feel bad the kid didn't go first, but you know what? This is actually a way better position. Way been way too much pressure in Montreal. Go out to Seattle, have a good time, drink your Starbucks, and it'll be fine. Good on him. You know what? He handled it well. Good for him. The price is right in Seattle. All right, so the Philadelphia cheesesteaks are on the or on the clock. Romanov is a the tweets are great. This is what hockey needs. Hockey needs some juice. So the Islanders get Romanov and a fourth round pick for their 13th overall pick. The Blackhawks get the 13th overall pick and a third, and they gave up Doc. So yeah, good for them. Shane Wright dropped because he listed Wonderwall as his favorite song to play on guitar. I imagine. Huh. Kirby Doc just took Pierre Luc Dubois' spot in the Montreal lineup. Come on, Drury, do something. So if you're keeping score, it's the Brinkat and Doc for number 17, 13, 39, and 66. Sorts. You know what, too? Seattle's getting a guy that's going to be ticked off that he was taken fourth. Not because he stinks. He's a good player. He just the Devils are stupid. I don't blame the Canadians for not taking him. It would be a lot of pressure playing that. It's a lot of some people. I mean, it's a Toronto. Canada's crazy. So playing there might have been too much. I really think it's in his best interest to be out in Seattle, kind of away from the limelight, and he let him just play hockey and let him focus on hockey. So yeah, and he'll be fired up because he didn't go number one overall. Exceptional status in 2019 as a 15-year-old. He was the rookie of the year, 66 points in 58 games. Captain Team Canada to gold at the U18 2021. 94 points in 63 games this year. But you got to remember, he missed a whole year of development because of the pandemic. Right-handed shot. Oh. They're talking about a redraft already. All right, here come the Flyers. Um, yeah, good, good. Let the Flyers get Goudreau. He's whatever. They stink. They have no goalie again. That's a mess. That team. I mean, they got fourth. Here we go. Oh, there's Chuck Fletcher. Let's see. Oh, here's some little girl. Fifth overall pick. Cutter Garthier. All right. 6'2", 189 pounds from Sweden. So is he a Swede or is he a, I guess he's a big kid too. Look at him. Holy moly. 34 goals, 31 assists in 54 games. So your check's still available. I know Draft Analyst loves him. So he played online with Logan Cooley. Let's hope this guy can stay healthy. You know, all these guys always getting hurt. He's a left winger, and he's headed to Boston College. So a lot of these guys go to college for 1 year, and then they're in the pros. I mean, that's just the way it is. Oh, here we go. So they're doing a whole teardown. They're doing a whole. Chicago is just tearing it down. They're not even going to qualify offer Dylan Strom, which will make him a UFA. I don't know why they would not try to like at least trade him uh, for something. Romanov, I liked. I don't know why they gave up on him so quickly. Um, but they got Doc, Suzuki, Cole Caulfield. So we'll see. I mean, they got some players. Who knows what's going on with their goalie? Columbus is on the clock. All right, let's see what they're saying on Twitter. Yeah. Subject to change, of course, but the plan as of now isn't for the Hawks to package 7 and 13 to move up. It's to draft in volume to stock their system. I mean, they have nobody. Um, okay. Yeah, they're saying Yurachek is the guy to go to for. I mean, they were in on Chikrin. There's JD. That still makes me angry that JD isn't the president of the Rangers anymore. That was. Oh, Yurachek. Okay.
No! You gotta be kidding me!
Devils fans didn't like the pick according to their live stream. It's all over Twitter now. I'm seeing stuff about Patrick Kane to the Rangers. No, the guy makes 10.5 million. Even if he's a free agent in the year, no, just no. Hmm. It says Blackhawks trying to jumpstart the rebuild by trading their 21-year-old center and 24-year-old winger.
Fenway as Hicks drives one in the air to right. Bradley back at the wall. It is gone.
Yankees are up 5-0 on the Red Sox. You just love to see it. All right, so Chicago's on the clock. And Judge isn't playing tonight. Yankee fans, they said that. Oh, apparently the Islanders brought Anthony Beauvillier with them today. He's at their table. This is Beauvillier now for the next 2+ hours. Just sitting there doing nothing. Someone just said, keep hearing JT Miller to Chicago. Why would they do that? I can't stop watching this Devils thing where they pick the guy and everybody's upset.
No! No! You gotta be kidding me!
Devils fans are the worst. They're at the Stone Pony.
What was that? What was that?
All right, Kevin Weeks thinks they're going D. Kevin Korchinski. Defense. Seattle Thunderbirds. Now, according to the so-called experts, this is where the drafts can get just absolutely silly. So, because of the level at most of these guys are at, it's very similar. So somebody might like this one guy a little more. Someone at 20 might fall or might go in at 9. So it's really going to be. It could get a little silly here, and maybe we have some trades. Someone might move up, and I haven't heard a peep from Elliot Friedman or any of the so-called insiders. So I don't know. I mean, they were talking before, but now you don't see any updates. Yeah, Brinkat for Kevin Korchinski and change. Yeah, they're tearing it down. So that's underwhelming. Yeah. Hey, listen, Rangers got a second for Buchnevich. And I'm not saying Buch is the Brinkat, but they got a second and Sammy Blay. And people were pissed off and still are. It's a little underwhelming. Oh, I haven't seen anything from any of the so-called insiders. I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm back. Back. We are back. And wouldn't they want to trade Seth Jones? I mean, jeez, Heisman just gets up there and just spits it out. And this is the guy that they liked. Love their Swedes. Marco Casper. Rogel, Sweden. 6'1", 183. I'm sorry, he's Austrian. He played in Sweden. And I remember them talking about him before the draft tonight on TV. 6'1", 183, 18 years old. Stevie Y is looking a little bit old. Jeez. Oh my god. Some of these tweets are just outrageous. Yeah. Steve Eisman with a great answer. How do you feel about your rebuild? He says, "Well, I've been the GM for 3 years, so we're in year 3 of the rebuild." Love Stevie Y. What a player. Stay healthy. Buffalo on deck, pick 9. And as someone said earlier on Twitter, it just seems like they always pick 9th or 8th or 7th. It's like 7, 8, or 9. I mean, last year I know they did pick 1, but holy moly. Who's Ryan Johnson? 2019. Brad Lambert, like 2 years ago, was somebody that was like a top 5 pick, and he's still out there. Good forward prospect. Connor Geeky, Matthew Savoy. Yeah, you can't draft a goalie here. You just can't. Can't draft a goalie. Matt Murray. Nobody wants him. Oh, Savoy. Wow. Small. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Especially if you're going to surround him with like giants. 5'9", 175 pounds. Oof. You know what? The Braden Point's small. Panarin's not big. He's small. Wow. He's got a good release too. All right, so this is what I was talking about. Like guys that may have been like, oh, they should go like 15 to 20, might go 9 because it there's not a big difference in talent level with these guys. It's more like, hey, this guy might be a better fit. He had 35 goals and 55 assists in 65 games. All right, well, that's a good. I'm Islanders have traded 3 first-round picks in a row for J.G. Peugeot, Kyle Palmieri, and Alexander Romanov, who had 85 combined points last year, making a combined $10.8 million, but kicked the tires on JT Miller, who had 99 points, making $5.2 million. They still got Dylan Cousins. They still have a lot of players up there in Buffalo. Good for them. Ah, thanks, Chase. What's up, buddy? You got the draft down too? Matty Savoy. Um, his last name was Casper. I forget his first name. Kaplan asked some weird questions. Maybe Mario Casper. Oh, here come the Ducks. I hate the Ducks. They don't do anything. I mean, their jerseys are ugly. Their logo's terrible. They're probably gonna be up there for 20 minutes talking. Just get up there and give us the pick. Come on, Rangers. Trade into the first round. Do something. Oh, Patty Verbeek played for the Rangers. War number 17. That's the Russian. defenseman. Six one, 197. He's 18. That's it's big. Oof. Whoa. I mean, listen, if he's a top four defenseman, that's okay. If you're drafting him at 10, I mean, he's a big kid. He's originally from Moscow, Russia. He came over 2 years ago during the pandemic. Mike Greer on the clock. Is Jack watching, Chase? Okay, good. So let's see, San Jose, then Columbus again, then well, it was supposed to be the Islanders, and then I think it's Chicago again. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to do the picks, Chase. This is taking forever. Watch, I'll turn it off, and then there'll be all kinds of trades or something. Trade alert! Trade alert! Hold on. There's a trade alert. It just did. The Coyotes traded up. Elliott made an appearance. So yeah, so it looks like they're trading up. Okay, San Jose gets okay. So Coyotes trade pick 11. San Jose gets 27, 34, and 45. So they get a little bit more depth. All right. Thanks for watching. So there was just a trade. Arizona traded with San Jose, and looks like they're on the clock. They got the 11th pick, and they traded their 27th, 34, and 45. So I think it's a win-win for both teams, just because the Coyotes want somebody. They have somebody that they really want there, and then I think San Jose is going to be like, all right, that's fine. We'll have some depth in this draft. So um, that's good. I mean, sometimes you need to stockpile these guys, and it's just more lottery tickets, really, because that's what it is at this point. No one knows um, how these kids are going to turn out in 3-4 years or 2 years. I mean, things change, as we all know. So let's see what happens. Pick is in. They're probably going to go Frank Nazar. I know he was another guy on the NTDP. Oh, yes. They're talking about right now that San Jose just hired a black general manager, and it's the first black general manager in hockey. And that's great. You know, and you see more women being promoted in hockey, assistant GMs, which is great. Um, Scouts, um, video coaches. Like, yeah, I mean, there's so many talented people. I never understood it why it's always the same 100 people that work in hockey. So this is a good thing, and congratulations to Mike Greer. He'll do a great job. He's a smart guy. He's paid his dues, so good on him. That's great. We're waiting for the pick here. I'm sorry, guys. Someone's saying Jonathan Lecker-Mackey. Whoever that. Yeah, the Georgiev thing is they're talking about the Georgiev trade right now. It's a good trade. He'll be okay there. They have a great team. They play good defense. They always have the puck. So I mean, come on, he'll do good, and they'll get him a lot cheaper than Kemper. Geez, Arizona has like 30 people up on the stage. Come on. I'm thinking the Czar, but we'll see. Oh, they went with Connor Geeky. All right, well, this guy's got a serious flow. His hair is legit. Connor Geeky. That's right, Chase. Way to hang in there. Chase, we have 3 people watching. We're big time now. I had 4 earlier, so I have 3 now. So I feel like I have 4 now. Good Lord, what's going on? Wow, this guy's tall drink of water. 6'3", 193 pounds. Wow, he's tall drink of water. Prime time, Jamie. Thanks, Chase. That's right. He's It looks like Geeky's got a whole mic set on his belt. He must be mic'd up or something. Shaking everybody's hand. Cam Robinson on Twitter doesn't like the pick. He says Geeky's slow. Yeah, I mean, that's his job. I mean, he's a stat. He's a draft analyst kind of guy. So he's a big kid. Maybe, but yeah, I mean, Frank Nazar sitting there. I don't know. Maybe they're just going out their size. 6'3", 196 pounds. We'll see. I mean, it's a reach though. You're trading up to get this guy. They must have loved him, you know. So Chase, tell me where you guys went to dinner tonight. Are they gonna interview this kid? This guy's hair. Good lord. Look at these guys in their hair. Good lord. Chase, what do you think of this guy's hair? Look at that part. Is Jack watching? Arizona, that hmm. GM just said that Chikrin is going to be back with them next year, and they look forward to him having a big year, which might be smoke because he's been rumored to be traded. So we'll see. $34 and $43 were the 2 second-round picks. Sorry, 34 and 43 in that trade. Smoke. Yeah. That basically what I'm saying is that they don't want to. Oh, they have Gigi. Okay. So basically, what I'm saying, Chase, is that he said, "Oh yeah, he'll be back," but basically they want to trade him. But I feel like they would have already made that trade. But maybe they get a younger player and some picks. But I feel like if you're gonna make picks, you're gonna make the picks now. You're gonna make the trade now for picks that you could use today. So they'll hold on to them if they have to. Columbus is up. It's JD again. Another defenseman. They took 2 defensemen. I mean, why are you taking a forward here? Denton Matichuk. If he doesn't sound like good old Canadian boy, I don't know what does. 5'11", 188 pounds. A fire hydrant. Well, apparently he's a puck moving defenseman, so that's he had 13 goals, 51 assists in 65 games. It's 65 points, 64 points in 65 games as in your draft eligible year. So that's good, especially at pick 12. Cam Robinson likes it. So I mean, Rick Nash. Wow. I'm just gonna check through Twitter here, see if I can find any kind of. I'm sick of people talking about Rangers and Kane. Like they're not gonna trade for him tomorrow. That's just not gonna happen. Hawks are up again. All right, so I'll go through the top 10 real quick. Montreal got Slavkovsky, Devils got Namek, Arizona Cooley, Seattle Wright, Philly Gauthier, CBJ, Yurchek, Chicago Korchinski, Detroit Casper, Buffalo Savoy, and Anaheim with Mintyukov, whatever his name up is. Hmm. Drew Way, who I have a lot of respect for, follow on Twitter. He says, just throwing this out there. In a vacuum, I'm not against trading Nils for a first in this draft, but if Nazar falls much further, then do it and fine, including more. Also cool to pull the trigger to nab 22 Ty Smith Memorial Trophy. Rucker McGorty, that's the guy I like, more Brad Lambert. So Rucker McGorty's guy late in the first. I'd love to get him. Okay, Hawks just took Nazer. That's a good pick. So they got a defenseman and a pretty good forward in the top 13. Yeah, Frank Nazer, very fast. So apparently he likes to shoot. Good for Chicago. They're in the again midst of the rebuild. He's small, 5'10", 175. Wow, what a move. So now let's see. We are yeah, so he definitely fell, but again, there's a lot of players that are ranked similarly that you don't know if they are. I mean, they could go 20, they could go 13, they could go 25. I mean, so it's just one of those years where there's a lot of equal value at pick 13, 10, 25. So a lot of people like Nazer ahead of Cooley. I mean, so we shall see. We shall see. His skills and strength, playing with pace, playmaking, creativity, getting to scoring areas, composure in traffic. Yeah, I mean, I've seen him play a couple times. So the Winnipeg Jets picking 14. So they'll get a good player, and then Vancouver's at 15. Would love to see the Rangers make a move. I don't mean trade into the draft, just make a move, get a center. Lecker, Lecker, Lecker Miyake. I can't even say his name. Holy moly! This kid seems like a good kid. He seems so happy in the position that he's in. That's great. Oh, so he's going to Michigan. Yeah, he does have a good personality. It's weird they got Rick Bonus as their coach. Seems like a kind of a holdover. I don't think Hellebuck's an elite goalie anymore, personally. But Kevin Weeks is pumping his tires up a little bit. But yeah, I don't know about that. They need a lot to go right for them to be a playoff team, and they're going to get rid of Dubois probably. He doesn't want to be there. Let's see who they pick. Let's see who. Oh, Rocker McGroarty. I like this kid. It stinks that he went so high. Yeah, he's like a real leader. 6'1", 200 pounds. He's on his way to Michigan. So him and Nazar, however he pronounces that. Now most people projected him in the 20s. This goes to show you what I was saying earlier. Like, you know, a lot of these guys, there's not a big difference between 10, 11, 12, 25, even 30. Rucker McGroarty, 35 goals, 34 6, 6'1", 200 pounds. All right, good for him. Rick bonus. Yeah, so he can go there and marinate for a couple of years, get bigger, stronger, get a little bit more acclimated, playing against guys, men, and then probably he'll probably spend 2 or 3 years at Michigan, and then he'll turn pro. So good for him. That's what's good about the college guys. You can let them. You have them 4 years. In the in the Canadian leagues, you have 2 years. You got to decide on them. So all right, so Vancouver is the pick is in. See what happens. Mm, there's Boost Brew Joe, Jason Deck. Yep, there you go. Lecker Mackey, right wing. Karamaki. Sorry. Yeah, last name. Good lord. He's only 17. 5'10", 165 pounds. So he's probably going to be over in Sweden for at least a couple more years. Hmm. All right. They had 15 points in 6 games at the 2022 U18 World Championship. So good for him. All these kids are 17 or 18 years old. It's amazing. Amazing. Oh, I'm watching this commercial for Wimbledon. That match yesterday between Fritz and Nadal was amazing. So much so that Nadal made it to the semifinals, had to withdraw, and he can't play anymore. So the guy he was supposed to play, like whose name I can't remember, he goes right to the finals. But Nadal is so hurt from that match. Um, I can't remember what he did. He hurt something pretty bad. I can't remember what it was. But that was an incredible match yesterday. It's like 4.5 hours. These guys played. I'd like to see another move here, but I don't know what's going to happen. I might have to cut this off at 9:30 just because. Um, yeah. the Patty Kane look. Jeez, these guys with their hair. So yeah, the Sabres get the 16th pick, and this is part of the Jack Eichel trade. So Jack Eichel on a 2023 third round pick is what Vegas got. Let's see what they get. They already got Matty Savoy. Yeah, thanks, Chase. Torn abdominal muscle. It's insane. Because he was limping. So he did something really bad during that match. Got Brad Lambert. Lane Hudson. 5'8" defenseman. Top 10 talent. Just a small guy. Let's see what they take. Oh, they took Oslin. A lot of European players. Not a lot of Canadian kids. Seems like a lot of Americans. 4 Americans, and then a lot of Europeans. He's small. He's center. 5'11", 163 pounds. Yeah. So he had in 32 games, he had 9 goals, 33 assists, playing in the junior Swedish league. 5'10", 164 pounds is what they're saying. So I guess that's a good pick. I mean, so he's part of the Jack Eichel trade. That hat's pretty cool, actually. Boy, Serge Savard looks old. He was a great player. The Don Granado glasses, Chase. I saw them. Making me laugh. Nashville on the clock. Oh, here we go. We know the finalists. It's Drury, Patrice Julian Brisebois, and the other guy, Joe Sakic. Sakic's gonna win. He should win. Now watch this drive. Both these guys, I remember Sakic when he was a superstar. He looks so old. Hey, all right, well done, Joe. All right, I'm gonna end the live stream here and watch the rest upstairs and call it a night, boys. All right, I'm going to log off. Sorry, couldn't make it the whole way. It's going on 2 hours and 45 minutes here. So, hope everybody has a great night. Enjoy hockey. We got the free agency coming up, and we'll see you all soon. Take care.